Hi, class, and happy Sunday. I hope you all have had a great weekend. So, we are now moving into week 11 of our e learning course. Midterms are done, which is wild. It's hard to believe that we're halfway through the course already. Time is just going to move so quickly now that we're into November, and your winter holiday break is just 6 weeks away. And then, following the winter holiday, because it's later this year. When you come back in January, all we are focusing on is the final performance task and exam. So, the course is going to fly from here on in. So, with the midterm assessments, you all obviously received midterm mark updates last week. Midterm report cards are definitely a reflection of where you will be for your final report card. Grade 12 marks really matter. So again, if you don't like where you are and like you would obviously like to improve, I really strongly recommend that you reach back to me and that we begin a chain of communication to try to get you back on track. If your mark is really high, obviously congratulations, and your goal is just to maintain that consistency. Okay. By now we know how this works, right? Every Sunday at 8, you get this weekly breakdown, and everything that's assigned to you that week is due the following Monday at 8 a.m. Deadlines are so important, and my expectations are going to now increase that we're in term 2. If you have been lagging on deadlines, you got to pick it up. This is grade 12 academics. Okay, just because it's an e-learning course and you don't have to actually face me doesn't mean that you shouldn't challenge yourselves to do what you need to do to be successful in post-secondary. Okay? So with that being said, we started unit 2 last week and we're continuing unit 2 this week. Last week was really gentle. You really just had a few lessons to go through and some reading activities. This week is the same. Okay, so we are just learning content. We're absorbing content. We're learning about different planning strategies, decision making strategies. We're trying to understand the content before we move into applying that content on projects and assignments. Sorry, I'm still sick, if you can believe it. So, this week, again, is very straightforward. It's not hard projects. It's really just about making sure that you're taking really good course notes, that you're organizing yourselves, and you have that content that you need. Again, on future assignments, I'm going to be looking that you're applying the strategies that you're learning from these lessons. So, for example, today, for Monday, you've been assigned going through this lesson on planning. So you should be taking notes on the different strategies that are involved in the planning process so that when it comes down to applying it to your motivational project, you're actually utilizing those strategies in your explanations, how you actually plan, and the types of contingent thinking that you're doing. Again, if you're not actually reading this content, absorbing it, writing it down, making connections to it, it's not going to show up in your assessments, in your assignments, in your case studies, in your unit tests, and in your final performance task. And I'm going to know that you haven't been doing the work that you need to do. So for Monday, all you have to do is go through this lesson, make great course notes, and you're good. For Tuesday, you've been assigned a reading on planning processes and techniques. Again, everything that you need to know really for this particular chapter of the course is here. I recommend that you read it and you take notes. Okay. And then there's guided questions. Everything that you need to know for the course is in the guided questions. So again, it's kind of like giving you the note taking for you. So if you're going through the guided questions and you're answering them based on the reading, these are essentially your notes that you're taking for your unit notes. Okay. You'll refer back to these when you have an assignment so that you can say, okay, all right, let's see here. What are some of the questions? What are the benefits of planning? What is a complacency trap? So when you go to the next assignment, you can actually be talking about what you're talking about. You're answering the questions, and then you say, as far as the complacency trap occurs, and then you can connect back to the reading and the content that you learned from the reading to prove to me that you've done that in your assignment. And that's really what I'm looking for moving forward, okay? So just giving you that tip. All right, so that's what you have to do for Tuesday. This is in Dropbox. So if you go to assessments and Dropbox, all right, and you scroll down to Unit 2, and you'll see that Chapter 4, Reading and Planning and Processes Techniques are here. You're going to do that. That's due Monday at 8 a.m. Then you have an article on how to motivate employees. So now we're moving from planning into motivation. Students really like the content covered in motivational theories, because we can all relate to it. A lot of us struggle with motivation. So you're going to read the article, and then you have to answer the discussion question. Discussion questions are available under communication, discussions. Scroll down, and you'll find it right here. Discussion 6. It should be discussion 5. I'm going to change that after I do this video. How to motivate employees do these three things well. I'm going to answer these questions. As always, you're going to ask a question of your peers after you've posted. You're going to go back and read and reply to at least 2 peer posts for full marks, okay? So make sure you do that. That's due Monday as well. Then on Thursday, you've got a lesson on human resources. So we're covering 3 different themes this week: planning, motivation, and human resource management. Human resource management is how you manage employees within your business. It's really interesting. From that lesson, you take notes. You've got another reading. I know, so exciting. And some more guided questions. Again, this can be your note-taking process though, okay? That's also available for you in Dropbox. So for this week, you've got 2 lessons to read, review, and take notes on. You've got 2 readings and 2 guided question sheets, which essentially is your note-taking process. So when you've done posting it to Dropbox, you probably just want to add that to your notes if you're creating a folder for notes for this course. Okay? And you also have this article to read and a discussion post. So the 2 readings and guided question sheets, as well as a discussion post, are due on Monday at 8 a.m. You've got a work period on Friday. Don't forget to do your participation activity. It's linked right here. That's your attendance for the entire week. Okay? And that's it. As always, if you have any questions, send me an email. Okay? Have a great week, and I'll see you on